So he should have told him he's not lying. Instead, he did, but he still took away the gun. This movie is called Total Recall. Now, what's sad about this is there's so much prophecy in every movie, yet we're still going to make it to that fucking dilemma. We're still going to get that far. We won't have homes that are built and all crazy like how they do with all that technology. No, we'll have only certain people rich as heck with that technology, while the rest are dirt, broke, poor, and will be called the third world countries. You know, we already have that in poor countries. So America has been looking at other countries like those are third world countries like Mexico. Mexico is pretty advanced now, but it's pretty sad being an American and knowing all the secrets as far as just paying attention to my surroundings. You know, all of that is very important, and I never knew I did. It just all collected once I felt somebody need to stand up for everyone. So I'm using my voice instead of fighting. This guy, he should have known right off the bat with all the people surrounding that area, everything being a nightmare, and him having a regular life until he went to Total Recall and wanted this whole secret agent fictional story going on in his head. He should have been able to recognize. Instead, he's that lost in his own mind. And it's not his fault, because if everybody is fed these preservatives, if everyone's working constantly, not getting the sunlight or getting the happiness of the beaches or parks or anything like that, the mind will wither and go away, If God, let's say if God has a brain because he's intellect, intellect is like without a brain being super smart. You don't even need the physical aspect. But let's say if God has a brain, do you think that he'd want his mind to wither away? Or do you think he'd want his intellect to continue forever? People get mad. Why do you call God a man? Why do you call him a female? God does not have a gender when they're not investing. So, this guy, instead of trusting his friend, instead of noticing all the police out there and all this madness that he got into that was not even his, and he had a regular life, he got sucked further into the program by shooting his friend and looking at her eyes because she is beautiful. And he should have had a lot of trust into his friend, That whole bros over hoes, I don't buy, because there could be a beautiful, nice girl that didn't deserve a friend like yours to mistreat her. So I'm always against that, bros against hoes and sisters or, sluts before muds. I don't know what it is they all try to say today. I mean, 2023, I'm a millennial, and the millennials are the ones that were actually targeted to really make things go downhill. If you notice, everybody before the millennials was actually going up higher in science. The 60s, they were very bright and smart, Everybody learned a lot from World War II as far as them crossing the people over that were scientists and saying, hey, you get asylum, you live right here, Tornado Alley or East Coast, or, do whatever you want. And I'm not against people at all. I just know all of these things because somehow my intellect really, really reached a higher performance in 2023 than it's ever done. But, this is a little tag along with the show, talking into it. And the reason why I bring this up as far as this movie and this guy getting stuck into his own mind is that I've felt in my life when I was younger, people put me in that position to feel like the world is against me. I feel like in today's life, a lot of people will feel like so many people are against them that they made them feel crazy and lost and scared, confused, like that man. Well, I'm way older, and God is always coaching me and watching my back. For I am a servant and his warrior. Always trying to preach, always trying to practice what I preach, always trying to explain the truth of reality and not let anyone falsify or fabricate what God is, because no offense to those that are religious, but the ones that made you religious, those are the ones that are always going to war because they want people to, go to war and win the wars and have only their religion in power or their religion noticed for governing everybody and having complete power. That is actually very, very wrong in itself, like heresy, If you think about heresy being witchcraft and one cult that's hidden secretly, yeah, it gets rid of the rest of the cults that are actually organic or one or two bad ones and some that you call like the white witches, the good people, just with magic, Murloc, Merlin. Were those people freaking evil, or were they always serving like the king or the people, So you gotta look at this type of stuff with science being that serious. And nobody should be feeling like that guy. We shouldn't even have people around the world getting that far to be fighting each other. Has anybody ever noticed the secret agents and people going on that high operative? It's just madness to know that we got to that level that people need to be training our, brothers and sisters, our fathers, our mothers, our sons and daughters, how to become ruthless killers. People that have some issues, but they stand strong. You don't know their nightmares. You don't know exactly what pain and suffering they give to others as far as them losing their brothers and sisters in combat. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, but we should never reach this peak of chaos. And one thing I want to say is, this message does not get out to enough people. They will always be stuck in total recall. Because that's what reality is today. It's a matrix of people making you feel like the world's against you. Anyways, Clout Killer, peace.